So another Andy B 2-minute video. We were preparing for endurance earlier, and I was looking at the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16. And I was reading a little bit about Samuel coming and choosing the next king, and Jesse was called with his sons. The sons dutifully came out and were paraded before Samuel, and the basic deal was that Samuel would walk up and down, or the sons would walk up and down in front of Samuel, and he would then say, God, is this the right man to be king? And God would say yes or no. And then we move all the way down, and we get to verse 10. Jesse made 7 of his sons pass before Samuel. The Lord has not chosen these. And then Samuel says to Jesse, are all your sons here? Jesse then says, yes, there remains yet the youngest, but behold, he is keeping the sheep. And Samuel said to Jesse, send and get him, for we will not sit down till he comes here. And he sent and brought him in. Then that's David. And Samuel had 2 options. Either he could have a little bit of sweat on his brow and think, well, I kind of figured this is what God said to do, but yet I don't know this is right because, well, these ain't right. And he sees some of the sons and thinking, well, they look like the perfect king. They're tall, they're big, they're rugged, they're kingly, they're manly, and all this stuff that he may have thought, but God has a different plan. And what's been striking me as I was looking at that earlier, was a little bit of a quiet time I had earlier today, was where is it that we're looking at a situation and saying, well, I think God wants me to do something, but it needs to look like this. If it doesn't look like that, then it can't be right. But God looks at it very differently, because he doesn't just look at the outward appearance. That's what we're looking at in endurance this week. But actually, God looks at our heart, and he looks at David's heart. A man after God's own heart is something that David was known by later on. But Samuel was caught in a hard place with these sons before him doing God's bidding. Jesse parades the sons. None of the sons are right. Samuel then has to think, well, is God wrong? Because these look great, but God's saying, no, there's somebody better. So where are we thinking in our lives? Well, I want to do this, but we're looking at the situation through human eyes, using common sense, when that really is not the point as Christians. Actually, we need God's sense. We need to say, God, what is it that you want us to do? What are you calling me to do? And obeying God, regardless of the circumstances, not blindly charging in like an idiot, but biblically, prayerfully, wisely treading forwards, but treading forwards with boldness and a surety that if we're walking with God and it's God's will, it'll all be good.